Surely you've seen the reviews, they're relentless. One of our favorite YouTubers has even posited the theory that this might be the best sounding audiophile reissue that he's ever heard, that we've ever heard. There's another channel out there, and I like his stuff. You know who you are. He's already done 2 breathless analytical reviews talking about Asia, the UHQR Asia, with comparisons against multiple pressings. Not 1, but 2 videos. Imagine that. Someone doing multiple videos about Steely Dan? Come on, are you kidding me? So I thought I would share my story about the Steely Dan Asia UHQR release. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to buy it. I may have already mentioned that on a live stream or 2, or in passing videos, but I recently picked up a pristine near mint copy of the first pressing, an AB 1006 Santa Maria pressing, drop dead gorgeous near mint. There it is. I have 0 surface noise on this pressing. I don't have any clicks or ticks or pops. I have silence between tracks. And gloriously, I have an extremely pleasurable listening experience. I can put this on, sit down in my sweet spot, listen to side 1, get up and turn it over, and listen to side 2. And I am fully focused and engrossed in this music. No, Asia is not my favorite Steely Dan album, but I love the album in its own right. It's a historical, important record. Decades and decades and decades, for decades and decades and decades, this has been known as an audiophile pressing. The first early AB 1006 catalog number of Asia still is very, very hard to beat. It's the record, it's the pressing that Chad Kassem used, and Bernie, they wanted to beat the original AB 1006. Not the MoFi, not the Mobile Fidelity pressing, not the Cisco pressing, but the original ABC Records AB 1006. So according to everything that I've heard, congratulations to Bernie and Chad. They've done it. They have presented the finest listening experience of Steely Dan's Asia album that we have ever known. And you can go out and purchase that today, for the time being, for $150 plus, I think, shipping as well. You might be able to get it from a different outlet rather than going direct with Acoustic Sounds and get free shipping. Because I just found a near mint example, and I have other examples as well. This is the actual, this is an interesting one. This is the non-gatefold, and they have that wonderful story, and the liner notes are actually on the back cover on this pressing. But this is also an AB 1006, and it sounds amazing. What I'm hearing most often in these reviews for the UHQR is things have been opened up. the silent vinyl just helps that much more with listening to the detail. And the instruments have their own space. They're separated even more than the fantastic first pressing. Well, we often say that if you don't have that copy to compare against that copy, you wouldn't know what you're missing. So in this case, like I said, this record provides me with plenty of listening pleasure. And frankly, I just don't know how it can be beat, and I don't know if it's worth spending $150 to find out, especially when it's on a double 45 pressing that I have to get up a few times. And believe me, there's nothing wrong with me getting up more frequently. Yes to that. But it breaks up the listening experience. And to be honest, I am not dissing here. I'm not here to diss analog. I'm not here to diss Acoustic Sounds or Chad Kassem, or Bernie for that matter. I love what they do. I love the fact that Bernie is still out there testing limits and providing an incredible product. I love the fact that Chad Kassem is out there, and he's done so much for audiophile focused listening over the last 30 or 40 years. It's incredible what he does, and more power to him. I've just made a decision that for this particular record, I'm sitting it out. Now, I want to kind of talk about a little analogy, and I'm actually going to bring in a little bit of practicality into this audiophile realm. My wife and I love Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays. We both love it. We don't have any kids, so we usually have a friend or two over, and we both enjoy a fantastic. I have a Traeger smoker, so I will usually spatchcock that turkey, and we'll have it's a very lightly smoked version of a Thanksgiving turkey, and if you've never smoked a turkey, give it a shot. It's incredible. Now, this year, so we usually purchase our turkeys from a local grocery store called Sprouts. Here in Colorado, Sprouts is everywhere. I think they're an Arizona chain. Anyway, as I do every year around the beginning of November, I inquire at the meat counter, hey, what's the story? How do I order a turkey this year? What's the drill? What do we have to do? Do we have to go online, or do I have to fill something out here? Because it changes every year. Well, I come to find out from Sprouts that they're not going to be having any fresh turkeys this year. They're only going to be having frozen turkeys. Now, I don't want to sound like a snob, but if you've had fresh turkeys compared to frozen, I think you can taste a difference. And I was disappointed to hear that, and I decided, well, I'm going to have to do one of these mail order turkeys, or I'm going to go investigate on the other side of town. I'm going to go talk to Whole Foods. So I talked to Whole Foods. Yes, they're going to be having fresh turkeys, and they're the incredible, sustainably raised and free-ranged Distel brand from California, the Distel Turkey Ranch. Apparently, they've been a provider for years to Whole Foods. And I went and checked out their website, and I was shocked at the marketing that was going on talking about these turkeys. And then I went and read the UHQR marketing verbiage as well. And my worlds were colliding. In any event, it turns out, and I have placed an order, it turns out that for my preferred 14 to 16 pound turkey, because we love leftovers, that bird is going to run somewhere between $125 and $150. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to hold on the UHQR Asia in lieu of an organic, fresh turkey from the Distel Turkey Ranch in California, shipped to my doorstep here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Well, shipped to the Whole Foods, that is. I'm going to pick it up on the Monday before the Thursday holiday. So it is what it is. This time I decided to be a little practical, and I'm going to continue to get joy from Asia with the 2 original pressings that I have in my collection. And I'm going to stop thinking, I know that UHQR is the best pressing of Asia now that you can go buy, if you want to do that. I've just decided, hey, I'm holding off. I'm passing this time on this UHQR, and I have pre-ordered Gaucho. You know, Gaucho and The Royal Scam and Katie Lied and Countdown to Ecstasy, I like all of those albums better than Asia. And I have the UHQR of Countdown to Ecstasy. Since I bought that record, I've listened to it 2 times. I've taken it down and put it on my turntable twice in the last, whatever it is, 6 months. This copy of Asia and this copy that I bought 3 weeks ago, I've already listened to this about 4 times, because I wanted to go through the motions to just make sure, am I happy? Am I satisfied with what I have as far as Asia is concerned? And the answer is yes. Now, if Asia had dropped a month earlier like it had been originally scheduled to do, and I didn't have this turkey situation right in the foreground, I can't guarantee you that I wouldn't already have the UHQR of Asia. Anyway, the point is, you have to weigh your purchases today, especially when reissues and audiophile box sets and editions are north of $100. Everyone only has so much budget to spend, and even though Thanksgiving comes around only once a year, and it's not like I can take that turkey off the shelf in 3 months and relive that entire experience like I could with a UHQR, I'm drawing the line this time. So that's it from here. I just wanted to give everyone, because I've had some questions. Tim, are you going to talk about the UHQR of Asia? This is my response to everybody. I'm passing. I'm going for a fresh, organic, sustainably raised, humanely raised turkey in its stead this year. And I'll report back later on how much we enjoyed that turkey. I'm actually going to do a little smoker porn. And I'll include that in a future video. But that's it for today. I thought it was important to weigh in as an important member of the Steely Dan YouTuber community. Thanks, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone.